Right, so hopefully you can hear this. So just to start off my talk this morning, good morning to you all. I need to explain not only to Jay, but to other Bible readers why I should not be listening to Jay's interpretation of the Bible, and why I will not be listening to anyone's ever. I've said before, there are words in that book that are important. For myself, I think they're words written on our heart. We know what they are. We do not need the book. As far as I'm concerned, if there was a divine book written by a creator, he would have written it to be read by everybody. There would be the same book in every language. And if he wanted people to read it, why did he create the poor old dyslexics? So, flat earth. That was rubbish, that one. I'll get better. I've, over the years, do you know, I don't know if you've heard of him, if you can go and find him, Bill Donahue. I think that's his name. If I can find a clip, I'll add it in here quickly.
What we're here to talk about and we discuss is the hidden meanings in the Bible. A lot of people say, well, what are you talking about, hidden meanings?
I think that man does a lovely interpretation of the Bible. I think it's excellent, one of the best. But that's for myself. And I still wouldn't take the Bible personally. Now I'll stop and come back because I keep making it too long. Straight back. It just makes it a bit easier on the editing. So, over the years, particularly on the internet, I've looked long and hard for who's got the right answer to what that book really means. What's it all about? It's too hard. There are too many opinions, and I do believe that is the purpose for myself. As for Evie saying that the Bible's full of astronomy, astrology, well, of course it has to be, for it to confirm their bias. You understand that? The astronomy was there to confirm their book. This book must be right. It gets all the astronomy right. Well, of course it gets all the astronomy right. Astronomy's been the same for fucking, excuse my language, as long as. Astronomy, star namers. Sorry, I will try not to get too distracted. So back to the death. Now it seems we're offered two options, okay? Life is energy. We can agree on that part. The scientific model offers you dissipation into nothingness. Whereas the Bible and religion promises eternity. For myself, I think, I've said it before, I believe, it's somewhere in between. It's a balance of the two. And it involves willpower. I keep saying it and you're not listening. Willpower. What gets you up in the morning? What keeps you breathing? It's just a machine. Really? What powers that machine? If I could have filmed last night as I was going to sleep, I would have done. Damn it. No, that's tomorrow. Was this Humper Day, eh? Humper Day. Winner's Day. For myself, I believe the whole purpose of all of it that's been going on It's just to stop you being there. When we die, when we go, most of us will lie on those cold slabs, unable, uneven aware, unaware that we even have willpower. It'd be almost as though you're switched off. There is something that keeps people from attaining that willpower. It's distraction. Distraction from knowing one's self. You come into this world alone, you go alone. You must know yourself for it to matter. What good is it knowing a fucking few words from a book that somebody else wrote? That cannot be understood by 90% of the world. And the 10% that can understand it, there's another 10% that cannot read it. I'm not having it. Stop. I like the idea that we're connected to stars personally, that we each have our own, that it is our anchor line to the universe. For myself, I do believe that some get to become watchers. For myself, I believe that many, if not most, fill up the halls of Hotel Sheol, lying on cold white slabs, unable to even stand up. You could argue that God created the blind, the deaf, the dumb, the dyslexic, that others must then, I don't like it, they then must have been forced to help. That's not how it works. But there's a good argument behind it, and I'm not going to go down it. The idea that you have a choice to choose this body, this life, this is wrong as well. I'm losing it, it's going. Stars anchor us. Sometimes our wires get crossed. Some people are more grounded than others. Some are more level-headed than others. And some are just plain stupid. Some still seeking for answers when the answers can be found without looking too far. People want to go off on a grand adventure. The grand adventure begins at home with yourself. We'll try one more time. I hope it stops the wind from blocking what I'm going to say. I'll show it this way. So my nan was a very religious lady. She had a house full of effigies, pictures. She was one of the only churchgoers I've ever known. And I cannot help but believe that I will not find her straight away, because she is looking for someone she will not find. You'll know that person of which I speak, the effigies that she had all over her house. I spoke to my mum briefly once about whether she believed in God and heaven, and she told me with her eyes filling up with water that of course she did, because otherwise how else would she ever see Nanny again? This breaks my heart. Unless before it's too late I can convince my mum to get to know herself a bit better, to get to know the world itself a bit better, and I fear she will not find my nan. I fear that some people lying on that cold, wet slab, white slab, and they just dream. They never get to enter reality. Not for a near infinite amount of time. And perhaps once you do reach that place, knowing that you cannot come back and change things, perhaps this for some creates a kind of personal hell. Perhaps that's what they mean by atonement. I'd like to help people stop looking for the wrong stuff. I don't know how. If this whole thing is a psyop, then it's one that's been taken advantage of by all sides. The church, most prominently. They want you back. I ain't going. I was christened Church of England, but I ain't going back. Neither should you. The words we need from that book are burned into our souls. We know what they are. Do no harm. Treat others as you would be treated yourself. There are a few more, of course, but I am here at work and I must go. Peace and luck to you all.